And you'll notice that I mentioned that they are 57 and 58. They read the book Die with Zero early, and they don't want to get hit with a tax penalty. To activate, of course, after they're 59 and a half. That way, they'll never have the penalty. Hey there, John Stevenson, the Guaranteed Retirement Guy. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my clients who bought several annuity contracts. In fact, 7 annuity contracts, and they are going to create $127,000 in annual income from a SPIA and an income rider combination. So let's talk about that. All right, so this couple, they love to travel. They're from Texas. They're 57 and 58 years old. And they're like, I want to retire now. We've got $5 million. We want to use $1.7 million of it to lock in some income so we can just travel the world, do what we want, and not have to worry about it. We'll let the rest of our investments ride in the stock market. And then their plan is they read the book Die with Zero, and they're thinking, you know what? We don't have any heirs. We want to be able to live it up and be able to enjoy our money. We've worked hard for it. We've invested. We want to enjoy it. So that's what they're going to do. And you'll notice that I mentioned that they are 57 and 58. That's important because most annuity contracts, especially if it's in an IRA, which theirs wasn't, it was total, non-qualified money. But if it's in an IRA, or if you start income with an income rider before 59 and a half, because it is a tax deferred vehicle, the IRS is still going to hit you with a 10% tax penalty. So not cool. So what they're doing is they're going to set up SPIAs. Okay, so we set up 2 SPIAs at $250,000 each with Penn Mutual. We set up 2 SPIAs at $250,000 each with New York Life. And then we set up 1 SPIA with Athene. And then we set up 2 income riders with ClearSpring. So the income riders is going to be obviously the most flexible. They're planning on activating income in 3 years. And I think it's like $40,000 between the 2 of them, just those 2 contracts. But if they wait longer, then they'll just get more. So that will be their flexibility, okay? The SPIAs, they're not flexible. They chose the dates, which is fine. It's perfect for them because they want to retire early and they don't want to get hit with a tax penalty. And with a SPIA or a DIA, they are fully annuitized, which means you will not be hit with that 10% tax penalty typically. Check with your accountant just to make sure. But the IRS states that if you have periodic lifetime payments set up, that you're exempt from that. So they can retire early. They can retire before 59 and a half, use their SPIAs, and then, of course, strategically use their income riders to activate, of course, after they're 59 and a half. That way, they'll never have the penalty. See if I can shove this in the snow. See? Now I don't have to hold it. After a while, your arm gets tired. 7 annuity contracts, $1.75 million, and they're going to be pulling out $127,000 in lifetime income the rest of their lives. They're both fairly young. Think about it. The first decade, by the time they are 67, they will have already pulled out almost $1.3 million. Okay? Another 10 years goes by, $2.6 million. Okay, another 10 years goes by, now they're like $4 million in lifetime income. And you're probably thinking, well, I can get a whole lot more than that from 1.7 if you stick in the stock market or I do these fancy mutual funds or whatever. Yeah, you can. Of course you can. Everyone knows that. Okay, you're not buying these for that, okay? How long are you gonna let your assets grow until you enjoy them? Okay, and they're not using all their assets. Yeah, I told you they had $5 million in assets. Okay, they're gonna take the other $3.2 million roughly, leave it in the stock market. Well, guess what? If you leave that in the S&P 500, we're told that it'll double every 7 years as long as the S&P continues to grow at an average 10%. That's huge, okay? That's ridiculous. That's like $3 million turning into $6 million after like 7 years. But let's say they're super conservative and it's a 50-50 stock bond split. Okay, then maybe they get there in like 12 years. Big deal. Here's the thing. You just have to ask yourself, what's the purpose of your money? Is it just growth and just forever growth and leave it to your beneficiaries? And fine, great, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. I have lots of people that do that. Or you could just say, hey, I've saved, I've scrimped, I've worked, I've dreamed about retirement. I think I'll enjoy it. Maybe I actually will use some of my money and maybe I actually will put it into an annuity contract for myself. Okay, and you can do that and not be selfish because you've been doing that. You've been saving up for yourself. In fact, it's not selfish because it'll make it so loved ones don't have to care for you. And you can still leave if you got kids, you can leave them your house, you can leave your stocks, or you don't have to leave them with anything. My parents aren't going to leave me with anything, and we told them. I says, use all your stuff, use your money, that's for you. Okay, it's not for us. You worked for it. You taught us how to work for our money. But at the same time, it's nice to leave inheritance. I mean, I'll get off my soapbox there. It is nice to leave inheritance. And I plan on leaving it for my kids as well. Being able to leave them and be able to help them even before we die. That's important too, if you can do it. And of course, you want to be able to do that without spoiling them rotten or making them feel entitled, right? But that's a whole nother video, whole nother subject. I just wanted to highlight what this couple was doing. They move around so much, they're all over the place, and they just want the income to come in. They don't want to have to worry about it, and they want to be able to leave the rest of their assets alone to grow. And so they're able to do this and just not have to think about it anymore. If the market shuts down, if someone gets bombed or we go into a major recession for like 10 years, they don't care because they've got their income covered. So anyways, hope that helps. I appreciate you listening. If you like the video, like, subscribe, share, comment below. If you want to book a call, there's a link below this video. It goes directly to my calendar, and we'll get on a Zoom meeting and I'll show you all the annuity options, and we can strategically plan your income options. Or if you're just looking for a MYGA and you want fixed rate growth, let me know as well. But I don't try to push anything on people. I want them to see what's available. In fact, I prefer you just go to my website, check out the calculators, and then, if it makes sense, then you can reach out to me. Okay, it's a lot easier that way, I think, and you don't have to take an advisor's word for it. You don't have to be pushed a product. You can choose for yourself and know that you are finding out for yourself the best options instead of being pushed some high commission product that's probably not the best for you, which often happens a lot, unfortunately. So anyways, hope this helps. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Hey, I really appreciate you watching the video today. If any of it makes sense to you, or if you found value, or if you even got a question about anything, I hope that you'll go to the comments section and ask it. There's no stupid question, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.